Good day, everybody, and welcome back to the flight deck. It is a beautiful but hot evening here in Singapore, and today we're continuing with our F1 support flights. We will be heading from Singapore up to Nagoya, Japan. Flight time of approximately 6.5 hours. So this is going to be a split stream. We'll stream the takeoff and up to cruise, and then we'll stop the stream, and then about 5.5 hours or so after that, we will restart the stream for the briefing and our arrival into Nagoya. So Kevin may or may not be joining us. He's having sim issues again. So let's get on board and start getting set up. Alright, so here we are on board the Salty 747. Still haven't done a flight test in the other one yet, but we will get there one day, and I'll be able to check it out and see what the differences are and make sure everything is good. Alright, so coming up top, let me turn on the flashlight. We're going to turn on the battery switch. We're going to turn the standby power to auto. There we go. And we're going to turn on the external power. Alright, turn the flashlight off. And here, I think we can turn some of these lights down a little bit. It's a bit bright here. I don't think we quite need that much light at the moment. Actually, that's the one I want to keep up. It is this one. Yeah, there we go. Turn that down a little bit. Just a bit too bright there. There we go. That's a bit better. Alright, let's start getting everything set up. So battery switches on, standby power switches to auto, hydraulic. Demand pumps are coming off. External power is connected. We'll get the IRSs aligning. Parking brake is set. Landing gear lever is confirmed. Down flat position lever is up. Speed brakes are disarmed. Fuel control switches are all off. Oxygen is checked in. TS not required. Emergency exit lights are on. Altimeters. Let's grab the weather. And current weather in Singapore. The winds are 120 up 5 knots, varying between 90 and 150. 10 miles of visibility, few clouds at 1800, broken 17,000. 29 degrees, QNH 1011. So we'll get that set in. There we go, 1011. And we come down to the FMS. We're going to go into the salty option. We're going to go into the fuel page, and we're going to set our fuel. Fuel for today's flight is 74,003.4 tons. And we're just going to hit the refuel on that. That is set. Turn that on. That sets our fuel pumps to auto for Roger to switch them over. I noticed when we have fuel in the reserve, I get confused, and I had to shut that off last time. But that is fine. Now we're going to set our payload to get our takeoff weight. So our estimated takeoff weight is 364.7. So we're going to want to adjust to that. So if we go 364 passengers, That gives us 327, and we want to add about 38 tons of cargo. 3658 will take that off to 37. 3648. That's perfect. Alright, so with that done, we can go into our menu and go right into the FMC, and we can start getting everything set up. So position and initialization, we are now set, and our route. And since I've always had problems importing from SimBrief, we're going to enter this manually. So Whiskey Sierra 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 is our origin point, that is Singapore. And we're heading to Nagoya, Japan. Our RJGG for our destination flight number is UKV 5556, our standard call sign, and we are good there. So we are going via Towman. That is going to be our departure, and then we're taking the L625 to Akmon, AKMON. Actually, I wonder if I can change it. I'm just looking at it. We have a bunch of step climbs, and actually we follow the same one out to Mevin. Let's see if we can just do that direct. No, it did not like that. We have to start this over. Alright, let's do the erase. T-O-M-A-N, Towman. And then the L625. So just following along the line, Mevin, M-E-V-I-N, to Mevin, and then we are on the Bravo 462. Let's wait for that to come in, and we have a step there as well, so that will take us out to Kazakh. Really? ZIK, and then it's the Yankee 62 to Urix, and then it's the Yankee 26 to Sepia. Which one is it? Let me find it on my chart. Alright, so Sepia is 30.032. 1.338. So it'll be this one. And then from Sepia, it is the Bravo 597 to Mad Dog. And then it is the... Oh, here we go with this again. It should be the North 32, but I will confirm. Yep. And from Mad Dog, it is the M750 to Impal. And from there, it is the Yankee 755 to Cards, and that is the end point, as we'll be doing the Cards S arrival. There we go. So that is all in. We will activate and execute, and we can go to our departures and arrival. So leaving, we are going to go off on runway 20 right. Winds will be a bit of a crosswind, but not much we can do about that. And we're going off on the Thomas 4 Foxtrot. And we can execute. Back to the index. And our planned arrival at this point in time has us going in on the ILS Zulu for runway 36. On the Cards transition. There we go. So that is all looking good. We have a duplicate there. Let's run through all our waypoints. There's Cards. And let me just pull up the arrival. That is correct. And we go to probe, and then it's to Wilba. There we go. And then it's good 3,500. And that we're going to make that a hard 4,000. And a hard 5,000. There. Alright, so that is all in and good. We can come back over here and do our performance. Okay, so our fuel reserves for today's flight, I'll just have to bring up the flight plan and go to that section, is 4.6 tons. Our cruising altitude today, well, our initial is 350. We're going up to 370 eventually. Cost index in the 747 is 90. Thrust is good. Takeoff will be 10 degrees on the flaps. And there's our V speeds, V1, 141, 156, and 173. So that is all good there. We're happy with all of that information there. So everything is in and we are looking good. Not seeing Kevin, so it looks like he is having issues again and won't be joining us on the flight. Good news is it is a short taxi to where we have to go. So it should be pretty good. So let's carry on from here. Hydraulic demand pumps are on. Fuel is loaded and fuel pumps are set. APU is starting. And we can pop out here. Beautiful airport here in Singapore. And we're up in the northeast corner at the cargo area. And we are flying the Fly UK Cargo 747-800 freighter. Alright, sounds like we have the APU up and going. Is that clouds or stars? Oh, that's clouds. Looking really nice out. So the APU is up and running. Let's just turn that to 10 miles. There's our route out of here. Looking very nice. Alright, with the APU up and going, we can turn on our beacon light. Doors are all closed. Everything is loaded. We can come down here, turn on the passenger signs. And we're going to push back, go tail to our right and nose to the left.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
We're going to request push. So we got a Challenger 700 over there.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Alright, so they're moving in and getting ready for the push. So as I mentioned, it's about a 6.5 hour flight to Nagoya. We're just one weekend behind. They're, I think they're coming into Doha
Departure checks completed.
this
Bypass
weekend,
pin inserted.
maybe next weekend, so we're getting close. That will change in the future as I'm going away, and I have a few other things that are going to interfere with our schedule, but should be all right. We'll get there in the end. And hopefully we can get a better ILS intercept this time.
Locking gear.
And we're going to go nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Brakes are released. Fuel pumps are on as required. There's our push, and of course in the 747 we can start 2 engines at one time, which is what we're going to do. And we'll come down and turn on the fuel. Sounds good. As soon as we get starter cutoff, there we go. We're going to start engines 1 and 2. And we'll turn on the fuel for them as well. Alright, we're coming out to the push line, and everything is is looking good. I don't know why they keep saying those spots are too small for us. They were kind of made for these aircraft. Anyway, after start, we're going to come up to our engine bleeds. Engine bleeds for 1, 2, 3, and 4 are coming on. Packs are on left and right.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for
Recall
a good engine start.
status is good. We'll let them know we have a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Reference speeds are set 141, 156, and 173 with a initial climb of 200. Trim is in the green. Flight controls. Left, right, neutral, forward, back, neutral, left rudder, right rudder, neutral.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, flight controls are good. Auto brake is set to RTO. Window heat is coming on.
Tow truck disconnected.
APU bleed
Bypass
air
being
is
removed.
off, and the APU
Left is clear.
is
Right
off.
is clear.
So there's the tug moving out. And looks like we're ready to go. We're going to go barrel on our minimums. We're on HPA, that's good. Runway heading is 203, so we're going to turn our heading selector to 203. Just to align with the runway heading as we take off. .203 is set. On our departure, we have an initial climb clearance of 3,000, but there's no ATC on, so we're just going to set our initial flight level of 350. And that is set. So we are ready to taxi. We'll get turn off lights on. Taxi light is on. Logo light is on. And there goes our ground control guy. Yeah, aircraft is looking great. So brakes released. And we're going to taxi out via November 2. And Victor 1 holding short runway 20 right. Again, we're pretty heavy today. We are, scroll up here, 80,000 kilograms less than our maximum weight, so fairly heavy. And it is hot. It's, as I mentioned, 29 degrees, I think. Yeah, 29 degrees here. Alright. Let's click those lights down just a little bit more. Kill the dome. Much nicer. It's still a little bright in here, but it's kind of an ambient light that they've built in here. Alright, I'm just going to stop here for a second. Just trying to see because they didn't put the proper lighting up here. So just looking for where we gotta go. So we're going to Victor 1. And then we're gonna hold short at Whiskey 1. So no relief crew on today's flight, not long enough, it's only 6.5 hours. So we will be flying the whole way ourselves. Lucky us. The next flight is 10.5 hours, so we will have a relief crew on that one, given the length of time. As we fly from Japan to Doha. That will be the next leg we do on this series. And Singapore airport is looking very nice. This is a payware add-on. Here's our hold point. Alright, so we are ready to go. Vital data is all checked. Packs are on. Cabin crew is notified. Flight directors are on. Auto throttle is on. Lights are all on. And FCP setup is complete. Move out to position. That's the way we came in last time. Over the water there. There we go. Nicely lined up. And we are ready to go. So runways identified. Everything's set there. We don't have a clock, but that's fine. 10 minutes from pushback. And we are good to go. So engines ramping up to 40%. And we are stable. Brakes released. Takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. $80 knots. Rotate. She is heavy. Nose up. Gear up. Alright, flaps are up. In fact, I don't think I put the flaps down for the takeoff, but that's on me. Autopilot LNAV VNAV. There we go, setting up into a nice climb profile. Alright, landing gear is up, flaps are up, packs are on, exterior lights, we can turn off those. 6,000 feet is the transition altitude. APU is confirmed off. There's our initial turn. Slowing down to our initial climb speed. 6,000 feet. We do have a restriction. Come over to our legs page here. And see where we are. We have to be below 6,000 at Dogra, and then we can climb out from there. Well, we should be able to see a nice sunrise in a few hours. By the time we get over to Japan, a couple more time zones to the east, 6.5 hours have passed. It should be coming up for sunrise in Tokyo, or in Japan. We're going to Nagoya, south of Tokyo, if I remember right. Alright, so we're heading to the BTM VOR. Hi, Liam. As you can see, passing over some of the islands just south of Singapore. It's a beautiful night flight. There's our aircraft. And there's Singapore over there behind the clouds. Obviously, this departure is keeping us below inbound traffic, if there was any. That was good. Couple long walks down by the creek. We went to the dog park where she got to run around and play with a bunch of other dogs. She's asleep on the floor behind me right now. And I made her a chicken dinner. So she had a good day. Not bad for a 4-month-old. And I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So this departure is actually a bit of a square. If we take a look at it as we're just cruising along here, I'll show you the route we're going to take. So we took off here on 2-1 right to the south. We want lead ducts let go, then we made that left turn. We're currently flying towards Dogra, where we're going to make a turn towards the northeast. And then we're going to head up out over the water to Toman. There's our climb starting. From there, you can see we're heading up past Malaysia, over this way, past the bottom of Vietnam, out over the East China Sea here, I think this is called. And I'm going to pass north of the Philippines and then south of Taiwan, heading up over the islands here from Japan, coming up along the eastern coast, and then descending down into Nagoya, which is located right here. So we'll be coming down over the water and in on the coast. So that is the flight plan for today. Here we go. 7,000 foot restriction here to Ruvik, and then we start climbing out again. So it is following the restrictions, which is very nice of it. And everything is looking good. Next, we have one more restriction, but it's basically we have to be above 7,000 feet at Hospa, which shouldn't be an issue. And you can see we're just going to make out that turn, and then that's where we start heading on our long legs out towards Japan. You're making chicken dinner soon? Yeah, it's getting on mid-afternoon for you. So as we're finishing our departure here, we'll go over the usual spiel. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome to join us. All our flights are community flights. Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays are done on the VATSIM network. Wednesdays and Sundays, such as today's flight, are done in multiplayer on the Northern Europe server. You're more than welcome to find out what we're flying and come and join us on these flights. Information is posted on the Discord, including the aircraft, the routes, where we're going. Our weekend flights, Saturday, Sundays, are always at 1400 Zulu, and our weekday flights are at 1930 Zulu. We fly a variety of aircraft from general aviation up to the big jets. And as I said, they're all open to come along. The more the merrier. If you fly on VATSIM and you want to join in, you can do that. If you fly multiplayer and you want to join in, well, we got flights for that as well. Come along to the Discord. You can get all the information, and you can also get help with your sim or the aircraft or anything else. You can find links in the description below, and also a link on the main YouTube channel page. And if you really want to support the channel, support us, what we do, help us with new aircraft when they come out, and airports and all that, showcasing stuff, you are more than welcome, if you can afford to donate or become a member. And enjoy some of the perks that come with the membership as well. So as we cruise along here and climb up, we're now through 10,000 feet. So we're going to switch over to standard pressure. We can turn off the landing lights and basically settle back and get ready for the flight. We're going to be accelerating up to our high altitude climb speed, and we're going to head upwards. We are again heavy, so it's going to take us a little while to get up to our cruise altitude, our initial cruise altitude. We do have one step climb planned, and that is at Magma, and it's hard not to say that without doing it in Dr. Evil's voice. Magma, and that is located, just looking for it, that is located pretty much just east of Taiwan. So that's where we'll be making our step climb up to flight level 370. Alright, so away we go. We got 74 miles until we make the turn at Toman, and then that's us off the departure and en route for our flight. And as mentioned, hopefully we'll get a nice sunrise as we come in to Japan. If the timing works out. So that's going to do it for now. We're just climbing up to cruise, and then we're going to carry on. So in about 5 hours, 5+ hours, we'll be back with the second part, or second stream, the second part of the flight for our arrival into Nagoya. You can check back, you can look for notifications, hit the notification bell, you'll get a notification that we're going live again, and it's all good. So we'll see you in about 5 hours. We're just going to sit back and monitor the flight, and we'll see you then. Take care.